Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Yes, I have short hair now. This is the shortest I've had my hair, and I just did it today. We just chopped it all off where I did the balayage and the ombre. It was just so dry and so dead that I needed to just let it all go and just do something fun and different. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But today's video is going to be the 50 facts about me video, and I had always planned on doing this on my channel once I hit 5,000 subscribers, and we're a little bit past that now, so I wanted to sit down and film this for you guys. I love watching these videos because you just find out so much about a person and you can just see that people are on your level, and I hope you guys enjoy this. You'll learn just how weird I am and how random I am. So if you would like to learn 50 random things about me, then just go ahead and keep on watching. I was born in the Philippines, but I grew up in a very small town in Indiana, and my town is so small and it's really close to like an Amish community that the grocery stores and some of our banks have places for buggies to park. I'm only 5 foot tall, 5 foot, nothing after that, just 5 foot flat, and I could still shop in the kids section if I wanted to. If you're familiar with my channel, you probably already know this fact, but I am a Christian and I always have a verse at the end of my videos, and it is Hebrews 11. It is my favorite verse. I've always contemplated getting tattoos, but I'm too afraid of needles to get one, but I've always been fine with epidurals. But if I ever did get one, it would be right here along my clavicle bone, which would hurt so bad. I am deathly, and I mean deathly, afraid of sharks. That is like the scariest thought to me, is even getting close to a shark. I don't know why people get into the ocean and swim with sharks. It's just crazy to me, and I will not go in the ocean unless I can see the water around me. And last time I did go in the ocean and I couldn't see, I was not very far in and I got stung by a jellyfish. So I will only go in clear water. My favorite food is sushi. I could eat sushi every single day. I can be really clumsy and I run into everything. Like if it's there, I'm gonna run into it, and most of the time I don't even notice it anymore, and I just run into stuff all the time. And then I have low iron, which is not a good combination, so I always just have random bruises all over me from running into stuff. It's totally pathetic, but I am 25 years old and afraid of the dark still. I do not like the dark, I never have. And at nighttime, I'm usually in my kitchen or my living room, and my bedroom's on the other side of the house. So I will turn on every single light on the way to my room, and then I will start in the kitchen or living room and turn off the lights as I go, and I kind of like run through the house and turn them off, and then I jump in bed and I have my phone light on. So yeah, it's pretty pathetic. Just thinking about the taste of cucumbers makes me want to throw up. If you've watched my videos, you probably have noticed I am a southpaw. I'm left-handed, but as far as sports, besides shooting a basketball, I do everything with the right side of my body. I was a cheerleader my whole life. I started out when I was really little, and I did it all throughout high school and junior high and everything. I was always a cheerleader, but I am very athletic. I love sports, and I'm really competitive. I love music. I've always been really into music, but I cannot stand country music or rap music. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love those genres of music. It's just not for me, and I know that my taste in music is not for a lot of people either. I'm a singer. I've always sang. I grew up singing in churches and just doing different things. And Aaron's also a musician. He plays instruments and sings. So we would always sing together when we were dating. We would sing in church, and then we would also do like little gigs at coffee shops and stuff. But I have a really loud voice whenever I sing. I'm small, but I have a loud voice. So anytime I'm standing next to like a stranger, I feel bad because this is what happens. I love getting dressed up and just fashion in general, but as soon as I get home, you better believe that I'm gonna put sweatpants on, and they're usually my husband's. My favorite ice cream is Ben & Jerry's Late Night Snack. It's the one that Jimmy Fallon came up with, so naturally it's amazing. And a lot of people get thrown off by it, but don't knock it until you try it. It is so good. It's vanilla ice cream with salted caramel, and then the part that throws everybody off is little bits of potato chips crushed up and then dipped in chocolate. It sounds so weird, and I thought it was weird until I tried it, and now I will sit there and eat a pint by myself. I once had orange hair. Whenever I was in like 8th or 9th grade, I went to go get my hair colored, and the girl put bleach all over my entire head instead of color. And I was sitting there and thought it smelled weird, and I also told her that my head was burning, and she was just like, oh, you'll be fine, it's just the color developing. And so she goes and she rinses me, and I heard her gasp, and I asked her what was wrong, and she said she just needed to put toner on it. She toned it like 3 or 4 times, and I sat up and my hair was fluorescent orange. And back then I tanned a lot. Whenever I tan, I get really dark really quickly. So I was really tan with orange hair. So I basically looked like an Oompa Loompa, and I couldn't change it or else my hair would have fallen out. So I had it like that for like a month or maybe 2 months. I can be really, really ditzy sometimes, and I didn't really realize it until I got married, and my husband, he says this line to me so much. He's, really, Steph? Really? So I guess I will share with you one of his favorite stories. And it was last year right before we went to go have Layla. We had like this huge ice storm, and earlier in that day it was just kind of calm and it was just starting out, and I looked outside our front door and there was like white all over our driveway, and I said, oh babe, that's so nice. Like our neighbor, he salted our driveway for us so it wouldn't be so slippery. And he just looked at me and said, really, Steph? Really? Is there salt on the car? Did he salt the lawn? Did he salt our roof? That is hail. I don't know, maybe you guys have noticed it in my videos, but I have uneven dimples. Like I have a regular, like cute dimple on this side, and then on this side I have like a weird dimple down here. So I don't know what happened there. I talk with my hands a lot, and that interferes with YouTube videos sometimes. So if you see my videos like spazzing out like this, it's because I talk too much with my hands and I just can't help it. If I wasn't doing cakes and makeup, then I would definitely be doing marketing and business. I get a lot of questions and comments on my cakes, but just know that my first cake was totally on a whim. I had never done a cake before at all, and I begged Aaron to pick up pans on his way home from work, so he picked up pans and stuff for me to make a cake, and I didn't like butter and flour my pans at all. I didn't even spray them, nothing, so my cakes all stuck into the pans, and I scraped them all out, and I just stacked a bunch of cakes on each other and decided I was going to do a 3-tier cake for my first cake, and it all sunk into each other and it was a big old mess. I have been known to have full-blown conversations in my sleep. I played basketball until 7th grade when basically everyone outgrew me and I was in their armpits. I can have full-blown conversations with my 2 best friends using only emojis. I was actually engaged in high school. We got engaged the February of my senior year. Being pregnant isn't always fun whenever you're short. I am only 5 foot, and whenever I was about 6 months pregnant with Noah, he pushed 2 of my ribs out of place until the rest of my pregnancy was over. If I'm going to eat any fast food, it's going to be Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A is the best. I was cheering at a state basketball game, and a guy went up for a layup and totally wiped me out into the whole band. I know that a lot of people think if you're on YouTube, you're super confident, but I am definitely very self-conscious. This question was actually asked me in my Q&A, and it just kind of got lost in the mix. So I got asked if I'm an extrovert or an introvert. I'm definitely an extrovert. I love to talk to new people, and I know a lot of people here on YouTube say they're introverts and this is their way to talk to people is through this camera, but I love a room full of strangers. I know a lot of people think that's really intimidating, but I love having like a room full of strangers to just go in and meet new and interesting people. I could watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air all day long. I lose things a lot. I've never broken a bone. I only like marshmallows if they're burnt. I cry at movies really easily, especially old Disney movies. I was bald until I was 2 years old. Both of my girls have inherited that same gene, but luckily now I have very thick hair, so hopefully they will too. I was that kid in school that loved being in school, and I was in pretty much every club that I could be. My favorite cereal is Captain Crunch, but only the original one. The one with those berries is disgusting. I've only flown out of the country one time, and it was to go to the Philippines, and if I could fly anywhere right now, it would be to Italy. I am a chronic overpacker. I overpack all the time. Every time I pack, it's enough for like an extra 4 days. I went to a private school my whole life until the first day of 4th grade, and I was really nervous to go to public school, and I had to ride the bus for the first time as well, and I was standing there waiting for the bus with my sister, and right when the bus started coming down the hill, a bird pooped on my head, and I had to go to the first day of school with poop in my hair. I would much rather be in an oversized white v-neck and jeans than a dress any day. I don't smoke, and I've never smoked anything in my whole life. You can always count on me being at least 10 minutes early to anything. I hate being late. It gives me anxiety just thinking about walking into a room and everyone turning around and staring at you because you're late. So I am always at least 10 minutes early, and if I'm not, then I'm not going. I do not play any instruments, although I've always wished that I would. If I could, I would play piano and guitar. I've never required a lot of sleep, and especially now because I do YouTube videos and cakes at nighttime, I don't get over 5 hours very often, pretty much never, and I am also an early bird, so I can't sleep past like 8 o'clock is definitely max. I'm usually always up by about 6:30 because of my kids anyway, so yeah, I do not sleep very much and I don't require that much, so I guess that's a good thing. I'm pretty much always in neutrals as far as clothes go. I always wear like whites, creams, blacks, grays. You probably have noticed on my channel that I'm always in neutrals or kind of really subdued colors. I do not go for bold colors very often. My best friend is the opposite. She wears bold colors all the time. So if you ever see me in something hot pink, it's probably from Mallory. If I really love a song, I will listen to it for days on end until everyone around me gets sick of it. I hate condiments. I never use ketchup or ranch or dip my food in anything. My feet are always cold. It can be 100 degrees outside and my feet will be freezing. And that wraps up my 50 very random facts about me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and maybe I'll do more videos like this in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys very soon in another one.